close to landing our entire race.
There is no hope, Isaac!
It is do or die. We're stuck without your help. Are you with me? Are you with me?
Hello everyone, this is Tony with GameZone.com, and today we're going to have a foot-stomping good time as we review Dead Space 3, the third installment of the Dead Space franchise from dear leader EA and Visceral Studios. Dead Space 3 stars Isaac Clarke of the previous games. Once a lowly engineer, Isaac is apparently a soldier now. In the previous games, Isaac was tossed into hostile situations that would prove lethal for nearly anyone. But through the will to survive, ingenuity, and a ton of good luck, Isaac lives. Really, he just barely lives. Oh, and it's horrific, hence survival horror. Yet in Dead Space 3, Isaac is recruited to essentially be a soldier on a rescue mission. To be fair, Isaac has nothing to lose anyway. His good gal is gone, his other gal may be gone too, and worst of all, he's behind on the rent.
Your rent is past due. This is your final notice.
The game's narrative escalates quickly, tossing the overstressed, past-due Isaac into the mix. The first enemies you fight as Isaac are humans. Better yet, they're militarized unitologists, which are like Scientologists in space, with rocket launchers. I'm not certain why these religious fanatics are soldiers, but if Isaac the engineer can be a soldier, I suppose they can be too. There's even a cover button, making the game feel more like a cover shooter than monster game. The game makes no apologies in trading your trade tools for a submachine gun. Gunplay is technically tight and responsive. Ripping off Necromorph's limbs is one of the few returns to glory that truly delivers. Experiencing the vastly expanded gun system is mostly rewarding and fairly fresh. The first and secondary fire of each weapon feels unique, especially with the new weapon modding. Dead Space 3 features a weapon creation system loosely akin to Dead Rising. If the weapons are available, and you can imagine a sick combination, it can be made. Upgrading weapons is still done with nodes, but this time around, specific stats require specific nodes. The new creation weapon system is immersive and mostly well executed, but not without its frustrations. The interface for upgrades takes some deep exploring to truly understand. Extra parts can be made with found materials, but without being able to deliberately harvest materials, it's more often that players will stumble upon upgrades rather than work towards them. It also means that many players will likely hold on to resources and punish themselves, though I encourage experimentation because the game will punish you far less. All in all, the system allows for a very customizable experience. Oddly enough, ammo works on all weapons. Each weapon has its own conversion rate, but they all share the same ammunition, meaning that players won't have to adapt to different ammo drops like in previous games. Ammo is easy to come by, so long as the player stomps every corpse it drops. As the story progresses, the game gets wackier and wackier, but the delivery is seamless and never skips a beat. Along Isaac's journey, he's joined by John Carver. If you grab a buddy to experience the game with you online, they'll take the role of Carver. He's largely unlikable, despite Visceral's best efforts to explore his character beyond his archetype.
We're not friends.
Well, thanks for the rescue back there.
Try harder next time.
Carver experiences the story slightly differently than Isaac does. While he's not really around all that much in the single-player campaign, having him around for co-op explores the dementia a bit more thoroughly, and provides a different perspective, as well as some unique images and sounds that only the person playing Carver can experience. As I played through the Carver missions with Gregory here at GameZone, I commented on the birthday decorations I saw on one level. He said he didn't see them, and suddenly I felt more alone, and Gregory thought I was crazy. After a dozen and some hours, Isaac's wacky adventures come to an end in a disappointing flat sort of way. The game was well made, with high production value and a lot of care, but it didn't grab me like the previous games had. So here we are. Isaac is no longer an engineer, but a bona fide badass and spiritual member of the Gears of War COG crew. I have no idea whether or not he was able to pay his rent in the end, but honestly, it's the only thing that does terrify me in this game. Even if he does survive to make it back to his apartment, he's looking at a major hit to his credit score. Or maybe I'm scared that Visceral has lost its intentions with the series. I'm not sure. All that said, I did want to replay the game again in Game Plus mode, as well as try the harder unlocked difficulties. It may not be the scariest of the three, but it certainly has some replayability. And it's great to pop in if you want to craft a gun and dismember some monsters. She gets a 6.0.
Try harder next time.
Don't forget to check out the full review at GameZone.com. I'm Tony, thanks for watching.